this is toDIYfor, and Easter's coming up, so that means dyeing Easter eggs. There are plenty of different ways to do this. Last year I tested a fun method with shaving cream and food coloring. I'll leave that video linked below, but this year I wanted to try out something new, a couple of different techniques actually. One that I saw circulating around the internet and I thought, is this actually gonna work? So I put it to the test.
So the technique I really wanted to try was the silk dyed eggs. Silk tie works great for this. You also need eggs, some white vinegar, scissors, elastics, and also some white cotton. So a tie works great for this because you can find on the label that it is 100% silk, which is needed for this project, however you find it. I just ripped up this tie here, and you're going to cut it into squares that will fit nicely around the egg. So I managed to get about 2 squares. I could probably have maybe gotten 3 out of this tie, but once you have the silk separated, you're going to wrap it around your egg as tightly as possible and fasten it with an elastic. Then go back with some white cotton, something that has absolutely no dye in it whatsoever. An old white t-shirt works great for this, and you're going to wrap the eggs again and use an elastic. So cover them completely with water, and then you're going to add about 2 tablespoons of white vinegar and then boil that for about 10 minutes. When it's all finished, allow them to cool and you can reveal your project. This is really cool. It almost turned into almost a tie-dye. That is what the piece of cloth looked like when I was done. So maybe in the future you could tie-dye with this technique. But here is the reveal of the egg, and I was so happy with how this worked. As you can see, the pattern transferred nicely onto the egg where it has covered the smoothest. And I also dyed a couple of eggs in the pot as well, and they kind of turned a little bit pink thanks to the dye in the silk. Anyways, here are a few other techniques. This is an ombre egg, really concentrated with the food dye at the bottom. After a little while, you add a little more water, add a little bit more water, and as you can see, that is the ombre effect when you're doing that. And the last technique that I tried was a little bit of rice in a plastic Ziploc bag, a few drops of food coloring, and you're gonna plop your egg inside there, and it was a little bit sticky. I didn't really think this was going to work because I put the egg in almost immediately after coming out of the water, but this is what it looked like, and it was kind of a cool technique as well.
Easy techniques there, and yeah, I probably could have found a nicer tie to work with, but that was the cheapest one at the thrift store, so I bought it. Maybe you can cut up your dad's old ties, husband's old ties, or you'll have better luck than I did in the scarf section. Couldn't find anything that was 100% silk. So if you try this out for yourself, send me some photos. I'd love to see it. So you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Janelle Steeper. Just tag me in any of those pictures. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed this DIY, and subscribe because next Wednesday I will be back with a new video. Cheers.